This is a team that likes to run the football, and the thing is also is they like to spread the ball around. They ran the ball 42 times last week. Nobody carried the ball more than 7 times.
Yeah, and they've got some dynamic runners there. Obviously, Nino Barbosa just brought that back, a Whiting product. He's dynamic in space. Once you get him past that second level, anything can happen.
Nino Barbosa, who played some time, airs it out near side. He's got Barbosa. Barbosa down the sideline, inside the 5, drag into the end zone. Touchdown, CCSJ.
And there he is, the Whiting product. Exactly kind of what we talked about. That kid's dynamic. Once you get him open space, he's gone.
Indeed, they did. And Nino Barbosa. So now, Coach, the Oakland City's in a unique spot because offense hasn't been on the field yet. Now they are dealing with the fact that they are already down 7-0, and they're already have their backs against the wall early.
Yeah, and this is going to have to be kind of a statement drive to get them going early here. You know, if you give the defense, the CCSJ defense, an inch, they're going to take a mile, and they're going to try and there we go, right there.
Oh, my goodness. How about that? A fumble, and CCSJ picks it up, and they waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, CCSJ. Trying to catch the number there. I believe that's Damon Johnson that recovered it and took it into the end zone. Caton Wilson, number 13, was the one who fumbled the football, and CCSJ has a 2-score lead.
And there you go. Kind of as I was saying it. Give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. They forced that fumble. They did that last week early. They're going to look to do it again this week, just the same as they did last.
The near side and fielded in. Oh, a big hit put, but Gabriel Ainamane is still able to stay on his feet, but then dragged back down at the 35-yard line. In on that stop for CCSJ, Elijah Tyson, the Dixmoor, Illinois native, and out comes the CCSJ offense.
That was a nice little pop there, and a can't say enough about the number 0 there. Man, that's an athletic play to stay on your feet after that hit.
By the way, we got official confirmation. It was Whiting native Tony Madrano who was the one who returned the fumble back and got Whiting into the end zone. The name Madrano was also called earlier today at the high school game that was played here. Whiting and Lake Station Edison playing each other this afternoon.
Yep, and the whole family over there. Nino, big brother obviously takes the first score. Little brother Tony takes the second score, and we had Julian playing earlier today, throwing some good.
Love to see that. Handoff, and Granton at quarterback. They have to run one more play before the quarter is up. Barring an incomplete pass here, Grant rolls out, fires far side. The pass is caught. Oh, a big hit put on. Huge play. I believe that was number 13, Elijah Tyson. Huge hit put on Caton Wilson. And that is probably the appropriate way for this first quarter to come to an end. My goodness.
Folded him up like a taco on Tuesday.
0-0's on the clock. And on that note, we'll head to the end. A whole host of Wave players are in on that stop. I'm still trying to find a good way to describe when a lot of Wave players come in. Because what do you do to describe a wave? It's a singular thing.
Well, and that's how the defense has been playing. They're playing as a singular mind. They're all over together.
Great segue, by the way. Jason Gendre is picking up this color commentary thing on the fly.
I've been excited for this. This is a lot of fun.
Fair enough.
I like what Oakland City was putting together here with rolling the quarterback out a little bit, at least trying to get him a little bit more time to get away from that defensive line that's just...
Find something that works.
Yeah.
Find something that works. Braden Ellis in again at quarterback. Robert Lamar off his right hip at running back. Ellis hit as he throws, fires for the end zone, and that one is through the back of the end zone. I think that was a classic example of defenders in his face, just chuck it down there and hope somebody's there.
Yep. Get it in the general direction and let the Lord do the rest.
Yes, Jason Andreas here alongside me. I'm Josh Lipowski. CCSJ, they're spreading the wealth offensively. It's not one guy that's having a really great game. There are a ton of guys having great games tonight. That's kind of what, Jay Novak and Chris Davenport and the CCSJ coaching staff, they like to do. I mean, look at all these guys. Kadarius Jones has 70 yards. Jamal Warnell, 2 touchdowns. We have Tristan Villarreal with a couple of carries. Nino Barbosa, 104 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. both quarterbacks have had at least one passing touchdown tonight, too.
Yeah, and they do. And I love that philosophy, too. The more guys you get involved, the more buy-in you get from those kids. And on top of that, should something go wrong, you've got other guys that can kind of step in there and fill those slots pretty seamlessly.
Yeah, CCSJ calls the timeout. We'll keep it here.
Going back, what I was going to say was, like what you're saying is you can't show too much of your playbook. At the same time, the coaching becomes hard during the week because you're looking at film that is not necessarily going to be reflective in the next game. You kind of give those kids a little bit of, I don't want to say false bravado, but you're feeling pretty good coming off a win like that, and that sometimes can lead to a little bit of a letdown for the following week. So, it's not just hard coaching on the Oakland City side. It's going to be hard coaching this week, kind of for CCSJ.
Well, and next week CCSJ has another game against Bellarmine next week, who is a team that made the playoffs last year. So that's a big game they have next week against the coach. I mean, you mentioned it to me privately in some of our conversations off the air. You got to think safety of the players and all those things when you're in a situation like this.
Yeah, you start getting in a situation with both teams where obviously with as aggressive and physical as CCSJ has been, Oakland City's got to start thinking kind of long term, making sure that those kids are protected. But then at the same time on the CCSJ side, like I said, you run into that if your head is not completely in the game and you've still got an Oakland City guy that's going hard, he's playing his guts out there. That sets up a dangerous situation sometimes too. So better safe than sorry on both of these, and hopefully these guys we can get out of here without any further bumps and bruises for either guys.
Hopefully so. It'll be a quick second half here as the clock can officially start.
Right.
The clock doesn't start until the ball's received. So
just we're gonna drag that drum out just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more, because the outcome is totally undecided here.
And I was saying, Joe Vinatieri here making Uncle Adam Uncle Adam proud, hitting all of his PATs tonight.
Exactly. So outcomes. I'll tell you one thing. I don't think I expected that Keito Ko Aname would have 2 touchdowns in this game, but he's done it.
And he hit the open air there. Once he got past about the 40 right here, he was gone quicker than a hobo eating a ham sandwich. He was gone.